Hi everyone, it's Suey, and today I want to tell you about a couple of books I bought. This is called a mini haul because it's not a very big haul. So yes, the other day we went to the local used bookstore. Every year they have a challenge that's pretty crazy. I feel like pretty impossible to do, but a lot of people manage to finish it somehow. And they are motivated by getting a $50 voucher to the store. So it is kind of a cool prize. But as we all know, or maybe you don't know, I committed to do the Read What You Own challenge. I think that's what it's called. # Read What You Own challenge. Anyway, I committed to do that challenge of only 15 books, which I know is like minuscule for a lot of people doing this challenge. But for me, it's gonna take a minute. But the idea is to read stuff off your shelves before you buy anything new. So I failed. But I think I will still say that it's okay because these are for other challenges. So, Kitty, I think I will go ahead and continue trying to finish my 15 books off my shelves also, and try not to buy more books. But anyway, these are the 3 books I bought at the bookstore the other day. Let me tell you about them. I printed off, because I'm a paper person, I printed off the list of the bookstore's reading challenge. And the thing that's interesting about this challenge is that some of the prompts on here are books that you have to get off of their displays, because they have awesome displays there of employee picks and customer picks and new arrivals upstairs, new arrivals downstairs, stuff on the bestseller display, stuff on, let's see what else is there. Wild card upstairs, wild card downstairs. No, I'm not exactly sure what those are. I guess it could be anything from the upstairs or the downstairs. Upstairs is a fiction, downstairs is the nonfiction. So in order to actually complete the challenge, then you have to go to the store and buy a couple of books. So while we were there the other day, be sure and watch my little tour that I did. I picked a couple of books from these displays. So this one was on the downstairs nonfiction new arrivals, how to be interesting. And I'm thinking I could probably do with some hints on how to be interesting. Don't you think? Yes. Anyway, this one just looked really cute and fun. It's one of those kind of books that have kind of lots of little illustrations, fun little illustrations. And of course it will be fast and easy to read, which if you're going to do some challenges like this, then you're going to need some ones that you can go through pretty fast along with the regular books, right? Anyway, I just thought it looked really cute. We all know that I need to be more interesting. So, how to be interesting in 10 simple steps. I will let you know if I find anything in here that like is a light bulb moment for me or something. And then after I put it into practice, you guys can all tell me if it actually worked. That will be fun. Upstairs on the new arrival shelf, I found this one, The Bookman's Tale by Charlie Lovett. I've never heard of it, but by reading the back, it sounded really interesting. It's about a bookseller who used to live in England. He moved to North Carolina after his wife died. He is rediscovering the joy he once took in collecting and restoring rare books, and he finds an 18th century study of Shakespeare forgeries. And in that book is a picture of somebody who looks exactly like his wife that just died. And so he becomes obsessed with learning where this picture comes from. He braves a host of dangers to follow a trail of clues back across the centuries, all the way back to Shakespeare's time. So that sounded very, very intriguing to me. So we'll see if it makes up to my expectations just from reading the back. The Bookman's Tale, a novel of obsession. Has anybody read this? Let me know if I chose wisely. And then this one I got off of the customer pick shelf. And I found out that I can apply to do a customer pick shelf. Should I do this? I think it might be kind of fun. Maybe I'll take you along with me if I do that. And if they choose me and I go, then I get to go just through the store and pick random books to put on my shelf that I recommend to people. That would be fun, don't you think? Anyway, Nectar in a Sieve by Kamala Markandea. It sounds like, well, I guess, I mean, it's a classic, I guess, because it's a Signet classic. I don't know. I've heard of this title, but I don't really know why. Like, is it a movie or something? I've heard of it somehow, but it's a story of a child bride in India. And it sounds like it might be similar to The Good Earth and the China story. And that's one of my most favorite books. So, heart-wrenching kind of saga story. Anyway, but I need to read more classics, and it's tiny, and this print's kind of little, but it's really tiny. So I figured I could probably get through this one, maybe. I don't know. It seems like it would be a really good one. So those are the 3 that I picked that would go towards these prompts from the bookstore for 3 of their display prompts. So that brings me to the fact that I am doing 3 challenges. I don't know what to call these kinds of challenges. Prompt challenges, I guess. I mentioned them in another video, but yes, I'm doing the one from the bookstore, which, like I said, you win $50 towards the bookstore. And then this one is the online one that the Pop Sugar people do, which I think a lot of people are doing. So let me know if you're doing this one, because this one's kind of a popular one throughout the book world, I think. I've done this one other year. It has some really interesting prompts. Let's see what some that jump out at me. A book about or set in Hollywood. A book published the year you were born. A book with a song lyric as its title. A book with a rabbit on the cover. A book that's on a celebrity book club list. A book about divorce. A book you should have read in high school. A forbidden romance. So some of those look pretty good. They have an advanced category. On the advanced category, a book written during NaNoWriMo. A book that takes place entirely in one day. A book with a pet character. I think that means like the pet is like the main character. I don't know. A book that features 2 languages. Anyway, some good ones on that one. On the bookstore one, what are some other interesting ones? They always include books that were a winner or a nominee for an award, like the Newbery, or let's see, the Kirkus Prize, the Hugo or Nebula, the Pulitzer. So those are all on here. They have a red cover book, a tearjerker, a book by an author that was born before 1923. Then they took the decades matching 2023, and they suggest reading a book that was published in 2013, in 2003, in 1993, in 1983. So 4 decades going back from this year. Those are some of the ones on that list. So I was going to do those too, and then all of a sudden I found out that my library that I work at was going to do also a reading challenge. And I feel like that they got some of their prompts from some of the other challenges, actually. So some of them are very similar. They have on here, recommended by a librarian, a book about a war other than World War II, a banned book, a book with a green cover, a science fiction book that is not set in space, a fairy tale retelling, a book on a topic that you struggled with in school. So anyway, this one, they have like 30 prompts, and they want people to read at least 15 of them, and then you get, I forgot what the prize is. I think they didn't really say the prize. I think you get some sort of a prize. I don't know if I would get a prize since I work there, but I guess we'll see. So I took all those prompts and I made a spreadsheet. Of course, because I'm a paper person, I printed it out, the spreadsheet, so I can write on here the books that I finish. And I wanted to combine prompts that were similar together from all the 3 challenges so that I could mark off. So I have no qualms about reading one book and using it for prompts on all 3 challenges, because there's no way I can read this many books. So I won't use the same book for 2 prompts on the same challenge, but I will use them for prompts on different challenges. Does that make sense? Yes. So one book could go towards 3 different something for each challenge. So yesterday I was figuring out the 2 books that I read so far this year, what prompts they would go for. So yeah, it's going to be fun. I hope that it pushes me to read some things that I normally wouldn't pick, or I think it's just fun to take books that's already on my list and then figure out what prompts they will work for. So yeah, that's my reading plan there. And I just thought I would show you these new books that I got, my little mini haul. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I'm trying to think if there's any other books I've acquired since I did my Christmas haul. Be sure to watch that if you haven't already. But I think that's I think that's all I've got so far. Like I said, I'm not supposed to be buying new books. I'm doing pretty good, but it does make me realize how many times I'm just like, oh, I'll just buy it, like a book for book club or something like that. So yeah, I'm trying not to accumulate too much to add to these shelves. Like I said, be sure to check out the video of the little tour I did of the used bookstore that we have here. And in the meantime, happy reading. See you later. Bye.